Hello everyone, as promised, here's another Civilization 5 Let's Play. My old save got eaten. Sadly, my poor Germans who were about to destroy the crap out of Washington are gone, so we have to start all over. That's alright, because I'm probably a little bit better these days. And there's a lot of good changes that make the game more fun and better to watch and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to go random again. Probably standard map size. I think we did Emperor last time. We're going to leave it on Emperor. As for... I can go with continents instead of Pangea. I'll leave mostly. Actually, one thing I'm going to delete is diplomatic. Diplomatic is awful because the computer can almost always win with it, no matter what you do. Because they get like retarded bonuses with city-states. So it's more of an annoyance than anything else. So that'll do all that. Start the game and see what we get. And we get
Blessings
Caesar.
of the gods be upon you, Caesar Augustus, Emperor of Rome and all her holdings. Your empire was the greatest and longest lived of all in Western civilization, and your people single-handedly have shaped its culture, law, art and warfare like none other, before or since. Through years of glorious conquest, Rome came to dominate all the lands of the Mediterranean, from Spain in the west to Syria in the east, and her dominion would eventually expand to cover much of England and northern Germany. Roman art and architecture still awe and inspire the world, and she remains the envy of all lesser civilizations who have followed. O mighty Emperor, your people turn to you to once more reclaim the glory of Rome. Will you see to it that your empire rises again, bringing peace and order to all? Will you make Rome once again center of the world? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
Well, let's hope so. By conquering a bunch of people, because that's something the Romans are good at, just like the Germans were. But also the Romans are good at more economic builds because of their passive. Of course, I don't remember how to play. How did I do that? Well, basically, you probably read it. You get 25% on any building that's already built in your capital. So you pretty much build everything in your capital. Let's do some exploring here. Let's see. Because if I build a city, I'll see what's over here. I think this spot's a good place. 1, 2, 3. We'll get those cows in our capital. Let's go here and see what shows up. Let's cross the river. Alright, so be a coastal city with a river, with a couple of cows, a couple of resources. It's a good spot. Usually monuments are good if you don't have early culture. Like the French. They're always good in Civ, even though they're bad everywhere else. Sorry if you're French. It's just how it is. Alright, so what's our choices here? Probably animal husbandry. Honestly, there's a few changes, especially from release. The beginning of the tech tree is amazing compared to what it used to be. For instance, watermill, one of the best buildings in the game in my opinion. Gives you a free production in your building, in your city. And one of my absolute favorite buildings is the stable. I get ridiculous production in some of my cities off this thing. Sometimes like 6 production alone just from building a stable, which is pretty awesome. Stonehenge is still really good. I often rush for Stonehenge just because +8 culture is amazing. Gives you a huge early game advantage, especially because of the changes to some of the civics or whatever they're called now, social policies. These two trees are basically overpowered out the ass right now, so hopefully some patches come out soon that buff some of the later trees. Especially Honor is a little behind, I think. Once you have military tradition and professional army, though, you get pretty beastly. But you got things like this, one culture in every city, but this is awesome. Pretty much this is what I always get no matter what. 3 free culture in your capital is a huge boon in the early game. They nerfed that a little bit. I think it was 33% before. But they fixed this. This tree's a lot better. Liberty, one culture in every city. Gives you a free settler, and they settle 50 or train 50% faster in your capital. Workers produce settler, and this is workers. Workers build stuff 25% faster, and you get a free worker. This is the same. This was changed, I believe. That's a really good one. And that's the same. Monarchy is way better. Or is that the same? It might be the same. Oligarchy plus... what is it? Military caste is really good, because oligarchy gives you free maintenance on garrison cities, garrison units in cities, so you can always have a garrison unit in your cities. And if you have military caste as well, you have +1 happiness, which is a pretty good combination. Especially since this right here doubles your ranged combat strength. So you can just put your crappiest unit there and leave it there until the end of times. And then once you get professional army, you just upgrade it fully if you need it to fight with. So what are we going to be doing? Research. I'm thinking, because a stable will only net this city 2 production, but I'm probably going to want to build a stable because of my unique. So the question is, do I want to try to go for calendar early or watermill early? I'm going to go for watermill early, I think. Calendar's kind of nice, but... so we got a city-state up here. Should probably go say hi and get some free stuff from them. Because always if you're the first one to meet a city-state, they give you more gold. So you probably build a second city right around here. To get... no, I don't know. I can build it over here maybe. Actually is a good idea to build your cities 2 or 3 tiles away from each other. Reveals barbarian camps up here and up here. Kind of useless since I'm not Germany and I don't really care that much about killing camps. Plenty of silver around here. Be some good a city right in here will be nice. Can get both wheat 1, 2, 3 right here or right here. Get both. Floodplains aren't as good though in Civ 5 as they were in 4 because they're the same thing as the grasslands pretty much, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. Actually, here's a good place for a city. It's 2 cows, a wheat, and plenty of grasslands and floodplains and a little bit of production. Let's go up here and say hi. Monaco. Gems. Cultured. They haven't got those gems yet. Yeah, one of the most powerful city-states, hands down, is Greece. Because city-states, if you get a whole bunch of city-states, you're just ridiculously powerful. Especially if you have a small empire and you get a lot of cultural city-states. Oh, that's going to be a pretty good city, I think. 3 cows, a silver, which will give some decent production. And there's horses. Oh, this is going to be pretty awesome, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stable here is going to give me 4 production. I always forget about the horses you can't see in the beginning of the game. Sadly, that's out of range. We're going to have some nice cities here. Let's see, wheel... Granary is nice, but watermill gives you the same thing. Basically, you're paying 1 gold for 1 production in your city, which is pretty good in the early game. Pretty good all game long, actually. Let's see if I'm the first to meet them. Yep. I have potential gold in the future. Some silk up here. Build a scout, see what's going on around me. Now I'll start getting my civics a little faster. The early game civics, the early trees are just so good. That's one reason I do like Stonehenge or playing France for the +2 free culture. Because that's very, very helpful early on, especially if you have that. Get both a what are those things called now? The obelisk monument. Get a monument and get Stonehenge. That's ridiculous early culture. Let's see, advanced weapons. Sweet. That is extremely useful. I think they changed it so now you either can't get the promotion twice on the same unit at all, or you have to wait till a different era or something like that. This is actually really good too. I beat one game with a culture win, and the perfect civilization size is 4 cities. But tradition is pretty much your best choice early game, because that 3 culture is so good to get you caught up. And oligarchy is hands down one of the best civics early game. There's a lot of cows in this game. I think Civ4 had that too, though. Indeed it did. Alright, let's see what's in this fog right here. Of course, we have ruins right next to our capital. I should probably build a warrior, but I'm going to get a worker out. Because I can actually build pastures, yeah. So he'll have a lot of work to get done. Here is somebody. That would be China. I forgot everybody's color. It's been a long time since I played.
你好，我是女。
Screw her. See what we get. Population. That's always a good one. Not as good as the full-on settler you used to get in Civ 4. That was... Oh, shit. He is so dead. Oh, man. That sucks. Quebec. Oh, they added a few new city-states. So, here's Canada. I don't know if that's French Canada or not. Man, that scout is so boned. No! Poor guy. He got fucked. I'm gonna have to go clear that camp out. Yeah, those horses are kind of out of range for me. Alright, let's see what else we can get. Pottery, maybe. Mining, perhaps. Because marble... I believe marble gives you a 50% wonder bonus, build bonus, but it doesn't tell you for some reason. Which is strange, to say the least. Archery is always good, but I think we do mining. You know what, actually, I think we do some pottery. See if we can go for a belated Stonehenge. You can do that some games. It just depends on your opponents, what they're deciding to do. So, I don't need a city over here anywhere. So it looks like, at the moment, City 2 is right here. City 3 is probably right in here, although... Yeah, City 2, probably City 3 in here, because that's some beesh. Dies, and I'll probably just give him that wheat. You actually want to overlap your cities. It's better in the long run. Even though it seems like you should build spread out cities because the city radius is so big in Civ 5, but it's actually counterproductive to do that. This is actually a really good one too. So you don't have to spend your first 10 to 20 turns of each new city building these structures. And what's also interesting is, say I have the monument, which I do in my capital. If I research, which one is it? Philosophy, I believe, for the temple. Temple? Yeah. It'll actually instantly build a temple here as soon as I research that technology, which is pretty interesting. So you can wait and build a monument in all of your cities and for your cities, and then choose legalism, and you'll get a free temple in all 4 of those cities, which is pretty nice for a nice culture boost. I think adopting liberty is usually a good second choice. 1 extra culture helps. Plus, these 2 are really good. You get a free freaking settler and a free freaking worker. And I plan on having a lot of cities, so I'm going to go ahead and grab liberty. And I'm probably running close to 20 minutes, actually. So apparently I've had my account active long enough, and I haven't been doing illegal videos and stuff, so they're like, hey, go ahead, you can do longer than 15 minutes, which is convenient, but I don't want to keep them too long, or I might get bored watching or not have enough time to watch 1 long video of me droning on and on and on about crap. Alright, let's pick our tech. I'll do calendar, go belated Oracle, see if or Stonehenge, see if I can get it. And we'll end this turn, see if anything fancy happens, and probably cut it off. We'll see. Shiny things, most gold. Me and some other person. Alright, nothing super interesting. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in.